Neil Ratner Rock Doc with a story for you on this Easter Sunday. So, around this date in April 1969, Led Zeppelin had their only top 10 single in the U.S. And it was certified gold for selling 1 million copies on April 13th, 1969. Now, what song am I talking about? Okay, time's up. The answer? Whole lot of love. Now, as I said, the song was their first U.S. single, and a later reissue was their only UK single. Peter Grant being famously against the band releasing singles. Now, as with some other Zeppelin songs, the band was sued, this time by the late great Willie Dixon, who said they stole from his song, You Need Love. The band reached an out-of-court settlement with Willie, whose name is now included in the credits, and the money Willie got was used for a good thing. It was used to set up a program providing instruments for schools. Now, Robert Plant had this to say about the steal, and I quote, Page's riff was Page's riff. It was there before anything else. I just thought, well, what am I going to sing? That was it, a nick, now happily paid for. At the time, there was a lot of conversation about what to do. It was decided that it was so far away in time and influence that, well, you only get caught when you're successful. That's the game. And I have to add that Robert did the track in one vocal take. But the boys also borrowed from another band with this song. It was a band that they greatly admired called the Small Faces, with a lead singer named Steve Marriott. And they had a song called You Need Lovin'. Now, according to Marriott, Page and Plant had been at some Small Faces gig and expressed their interest in the song. And Marriott, an old friend of mine, said this about the Led Zeppelin version. Plant sang it in the same, phrased it in the same, even the stops at the end were the same. Well, whatever else you may say, Led Zeppelin's version has always ranked very high in lists of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time. I think it's time we listened a little bit. And the song was a favorite of the band. Now, any of you who had seen Zeppelin do this song, you know that Page sometimes while he was on stage during the song, he would use this crazy instrument called a theremin. Strangely enough, Page got the idea of the theremin after seeing Spirit, another group that they have had major problems with. And finally, John Paul Jones said this about Page and this track. The backwards echo stuff. A lot of the microphone techniques were just inspired, using distance miking and small amplifiers. Everybody thinks we go in the studio with huge walls of amplifiers, but he doesn't. He uses a really small amplifier and he just mics it up really well so that it fits into a sonic picture. Let's listen for a minute. Page had said that all of this stuff just came from him and engineer Eddie Kramer playing with every single dial that they could find on the board. All right, so that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. It's coming. Just want to give everybody a heads up. Next weekend, I'm going to be with a good old friend of mine, Mario Medious, the Big M, the first promotion man for Atlantic Records. Now, Mario was out on early Stones tour, early Zepp tour. I've told some of Mario's stories, but I'm going to go live with him on Facebook next weekend. I'll let you all know what time and when. But for now, that's it. Have a great Sunday. And for those of you who celebrate, have a very happy Easter. Ow! All right, that's it. I'll see you soon. And don't forget the special broadcast next weekend. Yeah! Bye.